lips on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
I was somewhere in the living room, on the edge of the couch, when the drugs began to take hold. The only strange thing is I wasn't on any drugs. It was one of the few instances of sobriety I've ever experienced. And never again will I return to that nasty realm. Because if it's anything like what I saw on the television, then the world of LSD clearly has more sense and logic than that of reality. Hello, I'm Raul Puke, father of fuzzy journalism. I've covered everything from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to Where the Buffalo Roam. But today I'm here to tell you about a very particular trip. It is a trip that I wish never to take again. A trip of sobriety, I will not lie, but it came from a very particular place. A children's film. A children's film I hope never to revisit. A children's film that brought out horrid images that I hope never to experience again. There's only one children's film that could possibly bring out this kind of horrible trip in any man. It's simply known as We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Roll back the rock to the dawn of time when Earth was smoking and the lava flowed.
Clearly, these writers and directors have bitten off far more ecstasy than they could chew, because there is no story structure or visual logic that could be obtained from any reasonable, sober human being. At least let's pray to God there isn't. The fact that these disturbing images is marketed as a children's film is ludicrous and unkind. Clearly no child should ever have to go through such a horrible punishment. So, let's take the trigger. Right. So we start off with a pack of violent ingrates, as they pick on the runt of the group, named something adorable, I'm sure.
Mom, so adorable. Mom, don't do that. Where am I? A chick? Guess the writing's on the wall. Time to leave the nest.
This animal annoys me. He must be cast aside for more deserving character development. Now we're seeing a dinosaur playing golf. I am thoroughly confused.
Oh, whoa there, little fella. Where'd you fall from?
No place. Just leave me alone.
What's your name?
Buster. I'm gonna run away and join the circus.
The bird seems rather unfazed that there is a dinosaur playing golf, but I am not. This needs to be explained.
I'm smart, Buster. I'm one smart dinosaur.
This isn't working. I feel like I'm stuck in a Far Side cartoon with no caption. Please explain the logistics of this awkward moment.
I wasn't always.
You what?
No, siree. No, I started off stupid and violent.
Clearly something you and this film have in common! So the dinosaur, voiced by John Goodman, tells the story about how he got to this questionable introduction. As it turns out, he used to live among the dinosaurs millions of years ago. He was savage, as the creatures were, until this futuristic monstrosity came to knock some sense into him.
Here before your very eyes.
Mother of God, what is that?
It's your poison, partner. You're gonna love this.
It looks like a cereal mascot that's been shit out by Marvin the Martian.
You, yes, you have been chosen as the beneficiary of the promotional campaign. Yes.
Oh, and it has Jay Leno doing an obnoxious voice. Wonderful, because Jay Leno's normal voice wasn't obnoxious enough.
A revolutionary product. You haven't seen stuff like this before.
So the flying pus ball gives him some brain food. Literally. It's a futuristic cereal that makes you smarter the more you eat it. This was invented by a person named Captain New Eyes, which I'm sure I will need after viewing this heinous work.
I live in the far future, where all the species and all the planets have had to learn to get along.
Racism is gone, all hatred is abolished, and Fox News is now a candy store. By the way, the voice of Captain New Eyes is done by Walter Cronkite, a journalist far on the other edge of the spectrum, but we won't hold that against him.
And that's the way it is.
So the dinosaur, who is ingeniously named Rex, is brought in to meet the other sodomized Happy Meal toys.
I was a real animal.
We all have regrets.
The things I've stepped on.
We've evolved.
So we got a dinosaur on a spaceship that's run by a dead news anchor and an annoying piece of alien droppings. This is sounding like one of those Calvin and Hobbes fantasies. Spaceman Spit travels to an alien craft where dinosaurs get smarter from eating sugary cereal? Hey, if a 5-year-old can think it up, it's good for cinematic production.
It's a wish radio.
I wish I could see one of those flying dinosaurs. A Pasaurus. I wish I could see more dinosaurs. Dinosaurs!
So the New Eyes fart tells them that his goal is to use the time machine to travel back in time to grant all the wishes of children in the world. I would use it to stop 9/11. Unethical jackass. I mean, the Kennedy assassination, the bombing of Pearl Harbor? Really? None of these are important compared to entertaining whiny little bastard children? Well, while you're taking requests, here's a kid named Hitler. He just wants to start his own Third Reich and bring joy and happiness to the world. Why don't you grant him that wish? Huh? But no, New Eye sees it best to take animals out of their natural environment and into an unknown world of fear and violence. I can't see this going awry at all.
Now, there are two people down there you should know about. One person is there to help you. Her name is Dr. Juliet Bleeb.
Welcome.
She will be voiced by man-woman chef Julia Child. Let the randomness continue.
Now, the other person you should know about is my brother, Professor Screw Eyes. He's cruel, he's insane.
And apparently likes to laugh when birds are randomly flying around him. He's kind of retarded that way.
Find Dr. Bleeb and stay well clear of my dark and unhappy brother. Beyond that, just try not to step on anybody.
Why? You're already raping the laws of space and time. What's a few squashed innocent bystanders gonna matter? So he drops them off in the middle of the Hudson River. That was nice of him. Where they just so happen to come across a kid named Louie on a raft who is off to join the circus. They expect us to buy a lot in this movie, don't they?
Well, what are you?
I was a runaway to the circus. So you clowns thanked me. Where are you guys going anyway?
We're going to the Museum of Natural History.
That's perfect!
Kid! You're on a raft with fucking dinosaurs! How about a little acknowledgement of this miracle, huh?
Welcome to New York City.
But Rex turns into a drowning sore as Louie manages to pick him up with some heavy machinery. How come kids always know how to operate those things? Power Rangers movie, Last Action Hero, and now this. What the hell are they teaching our kids? Can't they teach them more important things, like how to shoot a protester?
I owe you one, Louie.
These things happen.
Well, thank you for that pointless detour movie. If one of the characters manages to get a splinter in his foot but then wiggles it out, please be sure to show that too.
Hey you, the bat! Can you fly?
So Louie takes a fly in the pterodactyl, hoping he can find someplace they can hide. By the way, what's with all the obsessive eye shots? Do we really need to see the movie told from everybody's cornea? Would you like to see the whole entire movie told like this? I don't think so! While flying around, he comes across a girl named Cecilia, who loses her hat. So he tries to return it to her. This shouldn't cause any misunderstandings at all. Well, that came totally out of left field.
You're killing me. What's the matter? You see, my father's very business, and my mother's very social.
Hello, Lisa Simpson. How distracting that your voice be coming out of that character.
It's my parents.
What about your parents?
It's Thanksgiving, and they're off doing other things.
So she explains how her parents are never around, and how even on Thanksgiving they would leave her behind with no babysitter. Instead, they would just send her a picture of where they vacation to. Wow, these people are whores.
They're just never around.
Well, if you think that's bad, just listen to the sheer terror of what Louie has to put up with from his family.
You should add my mother, slobbering kisses all over me. In public!
She should be crucified on a cross of fire! What bitch would do such a horrible thing?
I'm running away to the circus.
You are?
I am. What do you say you throw this hat away and come fly with me?
I was gonna call child services, but yeah, running away to the circus sounds good. So she tosses her head into the wind as we cut to the fucking head still falling. Alright, movie, I'm game. Where are you going with this? The child is looking at the same hat. A 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 child is the fuck? Purpose movie! We need purpose! The whereabouts of this hat is not exciting cinema! You need to try harder! So returning to the story, or the vomited remains of the story, Cecilia and Louie return to the dinosaurs.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Wu.
Not with this tea party chatter. What are you, some kind of a debutante, huh?
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
I think someone is getting a bonosaurus. That joke is below me, I apologize.